Okay, so the first stance that I learned was called the bow stance. And essentially, you can go akimbo, which is hands on your hips. And what you do is you step out, and your front knee is above your foot, your back leg is straight, your hips are turned in the direction, and your feet can be a little bit off angle. But you want both of your feet facing the direction generally that you're facing. And then you just stand back up, and then go in the other direction. It's a little hard because I don't have much room here, but I'm adjusting. Like that. And in motion, you can do this. Not that. I just learned these, so. And what you're doing there is, as you step out, this hand is coming around, and as it comes around here, this hand comes up behind it, pierces forward through it, turns around, and then in one fluid motion, this hand is fisted, this hand comes to your hip, and this hand comes out, pushing. So, I don't know if you'll be able to see it from there, but I'll do it from here. And then you do the opposite arms on this side. So if you're stepping with your left leg, then you want to end up pushing with your left arm. So the first arm to come around is your right arm. That one's also not that hard. The next one is a little bit more difficult. This one's called the horse stance. Essentially, what they do, is you take a step with your left leg, and then you just drop down like you're sitting in a chair. And lots of times they'll do this to train, because what they'll do is they'll put a bowl of water on both of your knees, both of your elbows, your shoulders, and your head. And if you're shaking too much, the water spills and you need more practice. And if you can't balance, then the bowls fall and you need more practice. And in motion, they would do it like this. Like that. The next one is difficult. The next two are difficult. This one I'm going to need to have a little bit lower so you can see me where I'm going. Because what you do is go akimbo and step out, and then you drop down. Well, drop down like this, but you go like this. Like that. And you want your foot still flat on the ground. You want both feet still flat on the ground. That's a good stretch. And you can reach for your foot and reach for your other foot. You can sort of pulsate. You can lean down. And then you can switch sides. And this one, the arms do something particularly interesting. So if I were going to lean that way, what do? You would be like this, And then as you lean, you sort of end up like this. But this arm goes down over your leg. And then as you go to switch, sort of bring it back up, and then do this circle to where you switch arms. Except I didn't switch arms there, I put them right back how they were. So you go up, and then you're switched. And then you would like that. So I'll try to do it all together, even though I already have difficulty just with the legs part of it. Like that. That's in motion. I'm not exactly sure what the benefit of that one is, but I'm sure there's something, and these are just basic moves. So the last one is also weird. I want you to see my legs. So I'm going to go akimbo right here. So you stand, and for this instance, with your left foot, take a half step out, still on your toes, and then sit into this leg. So that looks like this. Sort of. Except better. Let me try to see. Oh, and you wouldn't want to be akimbo. You actually want your arms crossed, like an X, like Wakanda Forever. So you do this. Like that. There we go. And then you come back up. And then you and the arms are interesting. These are very firebender arms. What you would do is if you're going to put your left leg forward, you're going to bring this arm over, and as it comes over, bring this arm back and over, and then as you come up over here, bend this arm, continue to bring this arm over, and then bend this arm, and you will end like this, but in the other position. So altogether, that looks like this. A little bit faster, but not faster. Maybe a better angle. And then the other side, do this. You do it with the opposite arm. And the transition between the two is interesting. So what you would do, you start with your left leg, you go, and then you come together like this, and then this arm is in the front, so it has the most mobility right here. This arm's sort of blocked in here. So you take your bottom arm and put it on the outside, and then to switch, shift your weight, and then this outside arm is the arm that's going over top. And then same thing over here. I don't know what that was. And now I'm going to try it with the whole positioning of the legs and everything. It's going to be really slow. So. I'll give you a better angle in that so you can see really what's happening. And then cross over. Down like that. It's really difficult. all your weight is on that back thigh or quad, because just so you can see that leg again, I'm literally putting no weight on this. This is on my toe. And then sitting back on this. Whew. And that's why I'm sweating. That one was called the... I don't remember what that was called. So the first one was the bow stance. That was that. The second one was the horse stance. That was like you're sitting. The third one was the crouch stance. That was the one where you sort of step out and lean down into it, like a stretch. The fourth one, I don't remember what it's called. That's firebender arms.